Oh, how's it going, everybody? I'm Dragon, the Heavy Metal Game Master, and welcome to 5 things I wish I knew before I started running games. Thing 4 will shock you. That's what you're supposed to do, right? That's how it works? That's like the buzzwordy thing, yeah? Thing number 1. Being a game master is 80% improv, but it doesn't have to be on the spot. TTRPGs are famed for having endless possibilities, only limited by the player's imagination. But you can't prepare for every possibility, and the players will always surprise you. However, through world building and organization, you can ensure that you are as prepared as possible for whatever the players throw at you. This leads into the concepts of building scenarios, not stories, as well as certain strategies such as the GM tackle box, which we will cover in other videos. But generally, if you build your world right and treat the game more like a moving board than a linear storyline, you'll be fine. Just think of it like those movies where they have the war room with the giant board with the pieces that they shift with those pointy stick things. Yeah, that's cool, right? That's cool. Thing number 2. It is not that serious. Running games is generally painted as this stressful mess of red string and information, pressure and organization, and it kind of is, but it doesn't need to be. If you want to run a silly game, run a silly game. If you want to run a kind of cozy game that's not really high pressure and you're just collecting baby animals or something like that, that's also absolutely fine. Take a deep breath, it's your game, run it however you want. Thing number 3. It is all about communication. The greatest tool that you can bring to your table is your communication skills. Tabletop games are just that. Games. They are meant to be fun for everyone at the table, including you. At any table you run, you should be comfortable with communicating with your players and sorting out problems outside of the game. If you're uncomfortable with something or you feel that your players aren't comfortable with something, don't be afraid to pause the game or pull that player aside after the game and say, hey, I noticed this thing is happening. What's going on there? And sort it out. It's just a game. We're all friends here, right? Right? Hey, do you want to make awesome immersive TTRPG maps that fit the encounters that you're running? Would you like software and toolkits to help you make said maps? Then you need to go check out our channel affiliate, Arkenforge. Arkenforge provide awesome software and toolkits to make your own TTRPG maps that can be used in person or online. They have a number of themes available for their toolkits, and if you use the code METALGM on checkout, you can get $5 off any toolkit purchase. Go check out Arkenforge and start making your own TTRPG maps today. And let's get back to me. Thing number 4. You do not need to be a master of all games. And by that I mean all styles of games. We as human beings vary greatly in our views, values, and interests. There are going to be things that we like and don't like, and those things are not always going to line with the other players at the table. Sometimes even our closest friends. Personally, I enjoy running epic high fantasy games, grungy underbelly games, silly fun games, or emotional roleplay games. But I struggle a lot with both political intrigue and horror style games, so I don't run them. I've had players approach me about playing a political intrigue game or running a horror game, and each time I've simply responded with, hey, I'm not great at that, I don't enjoy that, but I know a friend of mine who really enjoys it, let me put you onto them. It is perfectly okay for you to know your limits and put boundaries in place. Let your players know that you don't run that sort of game and suggest a different game, or a different game master altogether. You as the game master need to be having fun too, and if you're running a game style that generally stresses you out or you don't enjoy, you're not going to be having fun. Thing number 5. Running games is a learning experience. You can do all the prep you want, read all the books you want, watch all the videos that you want. You will never feel ready. The only way to truly learn is to play. Now don't get me wrong here, 100% learn the basic rules. That's, you've got to do that. However, beyond that, through play, you will quickly learn what is relevant to you and what isn't, what rules you tend to forget, and what style of game you enjoy. If you understand the basic mechanics of the game that you are running and communicate with your players that this is a new system for you and that you are learning it as you go, you will be fine. The first episode of my series Gamemaster Academy will cover the process of getting started as a game master and getting into running games and what you need to know and what you need to learn, but just know that the main learning you will do as a game master will be during play. Plus, bonus tip, if you ever forget a rule at the table during play, instead of getting bogged down by diving into the books and trying to find the page, just make a quick ruling at the table and say, hey, this is how this is going to go for this session. Before the next session, I will check the official rules and get back to you by the next game. Oh, and make sure you write it down. Write it down. You will forget. I know you because I know me. Write it down. And finally, a word for the players, be patient with your GMs. I have heard far too many horror stories about new GMs being harassed or ridiculed for not knowing the rules or getting stuff wrong, and it doesn't help. They are learning their craft. This is a game, and they are giving you a world to play in. Relax, deep breath, and enjoy it. Anyway, that is 5 things I wish I knew before I started running games. I'd love to know yours. Chuck them in the comments, and let me know if any of these things resonated with you as a game master. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, all the things that the machine likes, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good one, y'all.